I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Michigan. Cody Burke, Jesse Gordon on the front row, Nicholas Johnson, Dylan Wilson on the second, Richie Joplin and Chad Johnson on the third row, Joshua Nichols, Cody Kennedy on the fourth row, Kyle Reeder and Lynn Marble round out the top 10. Brandon Jennings starts in 11 next to Alex Harper in 12th. Garrett Korn in 13th, Kirk Marble in 14th. Harold Tucker in 15th, Patrick Pieper in 16th, Richie Ragsdale 17th, Jeremy Queener in 18th, Austin Ruskoff in 19th, Mark Dantuma in 20th. Steven Johnson starts 21st next to Chad Ragsdale in 22nd. Mark Kluge in 23rd. Donald Double D Durance in 24th. David Palmer and Quentin Waynick round out the field. All the drivers stacking up on the grid for 50 laps here at Michigan. Several pit stops will come into play as they are looking at about 12 to 14 laps on a tank of fuel. Hey, good evening, Mark. Thank you for the stars, buddy. And here we go. The drivers roll out. How are you doing tonight, Mark? I don't know about y'all, but I am ready to go racing. Based on what we saw in practice, this is gonna be exciting and may even get a little bumpy. Cody Burke takes the pole, picks up the bonus points, and that has likely eliminated Patrick Pieper from the championship. Everybody stacked up, ready to go as they come out of turn 4. Pace car heads to pit road. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away at Michigan. Whoa, somebody was all the way down to the apron as they came through the start-finish line. I believe that was Garrett Korn. And caution is out already. Richie Joplin appears to have been involved. There they go, off into 1 and 2. Richie gets loose, pushes up, couldn't save it. Oh, holy cow. Richie had one heck of a ride, and it just kept coming. He finally gets her gathered up, but a rough start to this one. Mark, man, working for UPS this time of year has gotta be rough. For a lot of years, I used to leave a box of snacks and water on my front porch for delivery, guys, during this time of year. Of course, at that point, 3 of the girls were at home, and yeah, we had a lot of stuff coming in. Several drivers are in. Chad Johnson, Lynn Marble, Kirk Marble, Harold Tucker, Patrick Pieper, Richie Ragsdale, Chad Ragsdale, Mark Dantuma, Stephen Johnson, Mark Kluge, David Palmer, and Alex Harper. Richie is repaired and rolling again. Definitely a bumpy start to this one. We knew this was going to get a bit wild. We saw Richie getting loose, but we also saw Nicholas Johnson. No, I'm sorry. We saw Chad Johnson up above him. He was getting loose too as they come out of turn 2. Every one of these drivers has their hands full here tonight. As I mentioned at pre-race, these cars are right on the edge. Just a little too much power through the turn. That car is going around. Mark, I imagine not. If I didn't live out in the middle of nowhere and we didn't, I don't get stuff delivered very often anymore, but man, I'd do it again if it would be useful for me. Or I guess better said, if it was useful for our UPS drivers, we'd definitely leave something out. Lights are out on the pace car. Cody Burke in control on the restart. Jesse Gordon still up on the high side. Austin Ruskoff up 10 spots into 9th place, the biggest mover, and surprisingly, Austin Ruskoff did not pit. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Cody Burke leads them down as we've already got a few peeking to go 3 wide. Double D stuck in the middle as Chad Ragsdale gets 2 for 1 coming out of turn 2. Gutsy move by Ragsdale, but he does make it work. Cody Burke, Jesse Gordon, Nicholas Johnson nose to tail, and the rest of the field just behind. Cody Kennedy on the move up top. Brandon Jennings fights back on the bottom. Everybody getting some heat in the tires, getting a little bit more grip in the car. Patrick Pieper did just set the fastest lap so far. And he's the only driver under 40 seconds with a 39.93. Although it looks like that is changing as Jesse Gordon goes to the lead. And every position is just a lot of positions changing hands. Whoa, we got one up in the wall. Positions changing hands every few seconds as these guys are still coming up to full speed. Cody Burke fighting back on the bottom. A lot of the drivers said it was almost a four-wheel drift and you were dirt tracking out of turn 2 and out of turn 4. We know these boys have their hands full here tonight. Brandon Jennings is back on pit road. The top 6 have broken away. Chad Ragsdale up to 7th now, but quite a ways behind. Kyle Reeder in 8th, Steven Johnson in 9th, Harold Tucker and Lynn Marble battling for 10th. Lynn up on the high side, gets the momentum out of 4. Steven Johnson just ahead, starting to reel in Kyle Reeder. Patrick Pieper currently in 16th, trying to fight his way to the front. Whoa! A big drift for Pieper out of 2. Richie Ragsdale right on Kirk Marble's back bumper. Kirk shooting to the bottom to take 11th. Kyle Reeder trying to battle Steven Johnson. Johnson gets the run out of turn 2. Chad Ragsdale in 7th, about 1.4 seconds behind that lead pack. But as they battle at the front, he is closing in. Nicholas Johnson leads that time. They do have the lap car of Brandon Jennings just ahead. And they are using every inch of this track here tonight. Garrett Korn up 7 spots, now into 6th. And let's take a ride with Korn. Down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. Right on the rev limiter as they get down into 1 and 2. Garrett has a run up top. Fighting Cole, there he gets loose out of 2. Cody Kennedy shoots by. Back on the powerful, sends it into turn 3. And if you look ahead, you see these drivers using every inch of the track. Back across the start-finish line. Garrett Korn did that lap in a 39.61. As Josh Nichols has had a problem. Whoa! Take a look at Jeremy Queener. Oh, he was slow, comes up the track. The driver's behind, nowhere left to go. He does manage to get it low and keep the caution from coming out. Cody Burke in the lead as several cars on pit road. Pretty much the back half of the field is in. Remember, we said about 12 to 14 laps on a tank. As the leader, Cody Burke, ducks in. Jesse Gordon also in. Kirk Marble stays out and will lead for the first time. The pit road entry and exit tonight could get a bit sketchy as well, as many times as these drivers are going to have to stop. Harold Tucker now to second, Lynn Marble in third. These guys all stopped under that caution, able to run a lap further, and here they come. David Palmer, holy cow! Cody Kennedy was way out of shape coming out of 4. There's Cody Kennedy as he comes through 3 and 4. And there he's almost sideways, gathers it up, keeps it going. What a save. Cody Burke has reclaimed the lead. Everything is happening at super speed tonight. We talked about how these drivers have their hands full, but when you factor in having to get to pit road, get back out, get up to speed, try and maintain your position, and everybody around you getting loose, definitely a really challenging race for them tonight. Not to mention the speeds they're running. Cody Burke, 201, 202 as he heads off into turn 1. Drivers back in the draft, likely going even faster. Take a look at Kirk Marble, who's right behind Dylan Wilson. Hitting 199 on the back straightaway, but with the draft, how fast will he get to coming toward turn 1? .203 down the front straightaway. Cody Burke has a 2-second lead over Nicholas Johnson. Chad Ragsdale in third, Jesse Gordon in fourth, Garrett Korn currently in fifth. At the moment, Chad Ragsdale, the biggest mover, started in 22nd up to third. And already seeing a few drivers hitting pit road. David Palmer, Brandon Jennings, and Joshua Nichols all on pit road for their second stop. Steven Johnson making some big moves as well. He is up 13 spots into 8th. Patrick Pieper now up 6 spots into 10th. Make that 9th as he goes past Harold Tucker. Cody Burke, though, still out front, in control. Nicholas Johnson is closing the gap. He is now just 1.5 seconds back. Chad Ragsdale in 3rd, Jesse Gordon in 4th, Garrett Corn in 5th. Dylan Wilson in 6th, Kirk Marble back in 7th. Patrick Pieper now to 8th. Steven Johnson and Richie Joplin battling for 9th and 10th. Richie gets by, moves up into 9th. Pieper still on the attack. Patrick continuing moving his way forward. Last time by, he was the fastest car. And he is gaining ground on all the cars. Up ahead is Kyle Reeder now on pit road. Cody Burke, a little bit of a drift there out of turn 2. Remember, on that last stop, almost everybody took fuel only, except for Patrick Pieper and Richie Joplin. Both of those drivers took 4 tires. So far, it's paying off. But I suspect we'll see a lot more tire changes on the second stop. Patrick Pieper is definitely taking advantage of the fresh tires. He just shot by into 6th. Richie right behind in 7th. Cody Burke continuing to stay out. Alex Harper comes in this time. Likely to see a lot more drivers in next time by. They will still have to have one more stop. David Palmer right behind the leader. Palmer trying to get himself back to the lead lap. Burke pushes up, coming out of turn 4. Palmer tried to cross over to the bottom, didn't have the speed yet. Man, they are getting close. Nicholas Johnson still chipping away at the lead. Jesse Gordon back in 3rd, Chad Ragsdale in 4th, and Patrick Pieper now to 5th. Right along with Patrick, and you're about to see the difference of fresh tires. Maybe not, Pieper's loose. No, Pieper's coming in. Man, he is sawing away at the wheel. Palmer did manage to get past the leader. Quite a few cars on pit road. Nicholas Johnson, Patrick Pieper, Kirk Marble, Harold Tucker, Chad Johnson, and Double D all in. Richie Joplin back up to 4th now. Jesse Gordon drops in, gives up 2nd. Chad Ragsdale now in third. Cody Burke continues to lead, but his 3.5 second lead is shrinking rapidly as Richie closes in. And here comes the leader. Cody Burke is on pit road. Richie Jomplin is in. Dylan Wilson just set the fastest lap of the race, 38.06. Cody Burke and Richie Jomplin hitting their pit stalls. Right sides are up. Will he take 4 tires? Yes, he will. Hey, welcome back, JR. Richie Jomplin and Cody Burke rolling out. Patrick Pieper goes by. Pieper to the lead. Oh, the 91 was way out of shape. Out of turn 2. Managed to hold on to it. JR saying Richie Jomplin for the win. As Cody Burke just shot by Richie, slow out of 3 and 4. Nicholas Johnson now moves into the lead. Patrick Pieper right behind in second. Cody Burke on 4 fresh Goodyears, now back into third. Pieper got the wall. Cody Burke back to second. Pieper slow on the backstretch. Here comes Richie Jomplin and Dylan Wilson. Wilson's got the run under Richie. Pieper still out of shape. Kirk Marble back up to 6. Chad Ragsdale in 7th. And Cody Burke just set the fastest lap and the first driver to go under 38 seconds. 37.83. Nicholas Johnson just ahead. Oh, Jennings loose. Jennings manages to save it and heads to pit road. Cody Burke mired in lap traffic. That got a bit spicy for Burke. Kirk Marble now up 10 spots into 4th. Patrick Pieper up 11 spots into 5th. Richie appears to have had a problem out of 2. Chad Ragsdale now up 15 spots into 7th. And Steven Johnson up 11 spots into 10th. See if we can see what happened to Richie Jomplin a moment ago. Oh, way loose. Manages to save it. But man, he lost some momentum. Nicholas Johnson has the lead, but Burke has caught him. Burke looking to the high side. The lap car of Jennings moves up, giving him room. And out of turn 2, Cody Burke reclaims the lead. Kirk Marble back in third, 3.8 seconds back. Dylan Wilson still right there with him. Chad Ragsdale, Garrett Korn, Jesse Gordon, and Richie Joplin all battling it out. Remember, they still have to make one more stop. They should be within their fuel window this time, so we could see final stops at any moment. Patrick Pieper is losing ground, has drifted back to 9th. Steven Johnson now in 10th, closing in. Kyle Reeder hits pit road, and the final cycle of stops has begun. Whoa, Burke way out of shape. Cody still pulling away from second place, Nicholas Johnson. Kirk Marble and Dylan Wilson losing ground to the top two. Chad Ragsdale now in 5th. Jesse Gordon right behind. Garrett Korn just about 0.8 of a second back. Richie Joplin now in 8th. Has slipped out of that battle, but he does continue to pull away from Patrick Pieper. You have to wonder when the leader will make his final stop, and they all have to be hoping Dylan Wilson gives up 4th. He is in. Most of these drivers hoping a caution does not fly. It could trap them one or more laps down. Mark Dantuma now up 12 spots into 8th. Nicholas Johnson gives up 2nd. He is on pit road. Kirk Marble in. Chad Ragsdale is in. Garrett Korn is in. Cody Burke, Jesse Gordon, Richie Joplin staying out. Mark Dantuma stays out, as well as Richie Ragsdale. Donald Durant still out, has not made his final stop. Cody Burke not that far behind Durant, as Jesse Gordon gives up 2nd. Mark Dantuma, Richie Joplin, Richie Ragsdale also in. I would expect Cody Burke to come this time, and he does. Oh, Durant has had a problem on pit road right in front of the leader. Donald Double D Durant heads to pit road. Got in a little too hot. When he gets on the brakes, the back end steps out. The leader had enough room, managed to get by. A heartbreak for Durant. He was having a good run. Cody Burke on his way back out, but Nicholas Johnson at full speed and getting loose out of 2. Dylan Wilson having one heck of a run tonight. He is currently in third, but Chad Ragsdale looking underneath. Kirk Marble back in fifth, but just behind this fight, he is reeling him in rapidly. And Kirk Marble just set the fastest lap, 37.82. Kirk picks one off to take fourth and is just battling now with Ragsdale for third. Meanwhile, Cody Burke extending his lead, now 5.1 seconds over Nicholas Johnson. And Jesse Gordon just turned a 37.8 as wow. That got a little close as he clears Dylan Wilson to take fifth. Six laps to go for Cody Burke. And as they run now, Patrick Pieper is out of the championship hunt. And despite the good run Kirk Marble is having here tonight, his chances at the championship are shrinking. Five laps to go for Cody Burke. He has enough fuel and a 7.5 second lead over Nicholas Johnson. Kirk Marble in third, now just 3.7 seconds behind Johnson. Last time by, Kirk was a second faster than Johnson. Does he have enough time to get there? Chad Ragsdale having one heck of a run tonight as well. He started in 22nd, currently runs in fourth. Jesse Gordon, though, reeling him in. Looks like Gordon and Marble took tires on their final stop, and it is paying off. Kirk now just 2 seconds behind Nicholas Johnson. Cody Burke's lead now almost 10 seconds. Nicholas Johnson has second place, but Kirk Marble is inching closer. Kirk just 1.1 seconds behind Johnson. He has him in sight. 2 laps to go for Cody Burke. He is looking at his 6th win of the season. Kirk Marble now right behind Nicholas Johnson. Whoa, Kirk out of shape. Nicholas out of shape as well. And here we go. White flag is in the air one more time around for Cody Burke. Looking at his 6th win of the season, and his dominance continues. He has led the most laps, qualified on the pole. He is going to pick up just about every bonus point here tonight, because out of turn 4, Cody Burke will get the win at Michigan. Kirk Marble coming home in second. Nicholas Johnson comes home in third. And let's see if we can get a word with our top 3. Nicholas, man, that was one heck of a run. You almost got second. Kirk got fresh tires on the last stop, though.
Yeah, I kind of contemplated on taking tires or not. I thought the time difference from taking tires to not taking tires was bigger, but I guess I should have. I think he maybe have just taken right sides, but all third place is better than Iowa. I was running top 3 and got screwed on a yellow, so glad to be in the top 3.
Oh, man, it was a great job. One heck of a fight, and wow. I believe that was your brother.
Yeah.
That was one heck of a run tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kirk Marble coming home in second. Kirk, you come home in second, have one heck of a run, and you still lose points to Cody. Still an awesome run tonight.
Come on, Doug. You got to have some of his kryptonite on you.
Man, it was one heck of a run for you, and that last from that last pit stop on, the fresh tires made one heck of a difference.
Yeah, I was trying to do that double stint on our set of tires there early on in the race so I could just go as hard as I could at the end just to see where I could end up.
Well, that strategy definitely paid off. That was one heck of a charge. If you had had a few more laps, how many would it have taken you? You were running down Cody. Could you have got to him?
Oh, I don't know. I think it would have taken a yellow flag and a restart for me to even have a shot.
Well, man, you gave it one heck of a fight. That was a great charge at the end of the race. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Fun race.
And finally, once again, Cody Burke is in victory lane. Cody, you did it again, your 6th win of the season.
Yeah, that was a good one tonight. Car was good. Strategy worked. Saved a lot of fuel the first run, so the next 3, I just pushed it 100%. So it was it all worked out.
It definitely did, man. That last run, you ended up with over a 10-second lead, despite the fact that Kirk Marble on fresh tires was charging. You still had checked out and put yourself in a position, no matter what happened behind, you had them licked.
Yeah, that last pit stop, I took 2 tires, and it seemed like I was only maybe 0.2 off a lap, but gained about 7 to 8 seconds for pit stop. So it strategy worked.
Well, it definitely did. You extend your points lead with a dominant performance once again, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. See you next week.
Can anybody stop Cody Burke with just 3 races left to go in the season? It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the convoy, and tomorrow evening, 7:30 Eastern, Jones BS Racing is back. Have a great night, everybody.